Our Holy Father will now give his homily reflecting on these readings.
Questo venerdì di Passione,
This
la Chiesa
Friday of the Passion, Passion Friday,
ricorda
the
i
Church
dolori
recalls
di Maria,
the
la addolorata.
sorrows of Mary, the sorrowful mother.
Da secoli viene questa venerazione del popolo.
For centuries, this veneration exists among the people of God.
Sono scritti inni
There are writings, hymns
in onore della addolorata.
in honor of the sorrowful mother.
Stava al piede della croce,
She stood at the foot of the cross.
contemplano lì, sofferendo.
No, they look at her at the foot of the cross, contemplating her there,
La vita
suffering.
cristiana
Christian piety
ha raccolto i dolori della Madonna
has
e parla
gathered
di 7 dolori.
the sorrows, gathered together the sorrows of Our Lady and finds 7 of them.
Il primo, appena 40 giorni dopo la nascita di
The
Gesù,
first, just 40 days
la
after
profezia di
Jesus' birth,
Simeone,
the prophecy of
parla
Simeon,
di una spada
who
che
speaks
il cuore.
of a sword that will pierce her heart.
Secondo dolore,
The second sorrow
la fuga in Egitto
thinks about the flight into
per
Egypt
salvare la vita del figlio.
to save the life of her son.
Terzo dolore,
The third
quei 3 giorni
sorrow, those 3 days,
il
anguished
ragazzo
days,
rimasto nel tempio.
when the boy Jesus remained in the temple.
Quarto dolore,
The
quando
fourth sorrow,
la Madonna
when Our Lady
si incontra con Gesù
meets Jesus
sulla via al Calvario.
on the way to Calvary.
Quinto dolore della Madonna,
The fifth sorrow of Our
la
Lady,
morte di Gesù,
the
vedere
death
il figlio lì,
of Jesus, seeing her son there,
fisso, nudo,
crucified, naked,
che muore.
who dies.
Sesto dolore,
The sixth sorrow,
la discesa di Gesù dalla croce,
when
morto,
Jesus is taken down from the
lo prende in
cross,
mano,
dead, and she takes him in her arms,
lo aveva preso in mano,
as she would have
nelle sue mani
taken,
più di 30 anni a Betlemme.
as she would have taken him in her arms 30 years before in Bethlehem. And the seventh is when they put him in the tomb. And as we follow this path of Our Lady who accompanies Jesus, it does well for me when I pray the Angelus in the evening to pray these 7 sorrows, to remember her as the mother of the Church, and as mother of the Church with what pain she gave birth to all of us. Our Lady never asked anything for herself, never. Yes, for the others. Let's think about Cana when she goes to speak with Jesus. But
ha detto io sono una madre.
Never did she say, look, I'm the mother, look at me, huh?
Sarò la regina madre.
I'm the mother, queen mother. Never. She never said this.
Non chiese qualcosa importante per lei
She never asked anything important for herself
nel collegio apostolico.
from the Apostolic College.
Soltanto accetta di essere madre.
She only asks that she be welcomed as mother.
Accompagnò a Gesù come discepola.
And she accompanied Jesus as a disciple because the gospel allows us to see that she followed Jesus along with the friends and the pious women who followed him. She listened to Jesus.
Una volta qualcuno l'ha
And one time,
riconosciuta, questa è la madre, tua madre è qui.
someone recognized her and said, look, your mother's here. She followed Jesus
Fino al Calvario,
all the way to
lì
Calvary.
in piedi,
And there, in standing up.
La gente sicuramente diceva, ma povera donna.
Surely the people would have said, "Oh, poor woman, how much she's
I
suffering."
cattivi
And
sicuramente dicevano, ma anche lei ha la colpa, perché se lo avesse
and
educato bene,
and others would have said, "Oh, she's guilty too, because if she had brought him up better,
finito
he
così.
wouldn't have ended up this way."
Ma era lì, col
She was
figlio,
there with her son,
con l'umiliazione del figlio.
with sharing the humiliation of her son.
Onorare la Madonna
To honor Mary
e dire, questa è mia madre,
is to say, "This is my mother,"
perché lei è madre.
because she is mother.
Questo è il titolo che ha
And this
ricevuto
is
Gesù,
the title that she received from Jesus,
punto della croce.
specifically there at the moment of the cross.
Sei figlio, tu sei madre. Non l'ha fatta prima ministro.
He didn't make her prime minister or other functional titles, only mother.
E poi gli Atti degli Apostoli la
And then
fanno
the Acts of the
in
Apostles
preghiera con gli Apostoli come madre.
show her gathered with the apostles as mother.
La Madonna non ha voluto
The
togliere a
Madonna
Gesù
never wanted to take from Jesus, never wanted from any title from Jesus.
il dono di essere madre di
She
Lui,
had received the gift of being
dovere
his
di
mother
accompagnare noi come madre, di essere
and
nostra madre.
to accompany us as mother, to be our mother.
Non ha chiesto per lei essere una quasi redentrice
She never asked to be a
o una
quasi-redeemer or co-redeemer. No,
Redentore è uno solo.
there's only one Redeemer.
Questo titolo non si
And this title isn't
soltanto
duplicated.
discepola.
She is a disciple and mother.
E così come madre noi
And
dobbiamo
thus, as
pensarla,
mother, we
dobbiamo
need to
cercarla,
think of her,
dobbiamo pregarla.
seek her, and pray to her.
È la madre,
She is mother.
nella Chiesa madre.
In the Mother
Nella
Church,
maternalità della Madonna
the
vediamo la
maternity,
maternità della Chiesa.
in the maternity of Our Lady, we see the Church's maternity, who receives everything,
Buoni e cattivi,
good
tutti.
and bad, everyone, who welcomes everyone, good and bad.
Oggi ci farà bene
Today,
fermarci un po'
it would do us well to stop a
al
moment
dolore e
and
ai
think
dolori
about
della Madonna.
the pain and the pains, the sorrows of our mother, how she bore
Li
them,
ha portati bene,
how she bore them well with
con
strength,
pianto,
also
non era un
crying.
pianto finto,
It wasn't a pretend
proprio il
crying.
cuore
She didn't pretend to cry. It was her heart was destroyed with sorrow. It would do us well to stop a moment
di dire alla Madonna
and say thank you to Our
grazie per aver
Lady
accettato di essere
for
madre
having
quando
accepted to be
l'angelo
mother
le ha
when
detto,
the angel asked
grazie
her, and
per aver
thank you
accettato di essere
for
madre
having accepted
quando Gesù te lo ha
to
detto.
be mother when Jesus asked you.